Do 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 do. Hey, what's going on, guys? You guys made it. I was shooting for like a 1 o'clock. I ended up doing it at like, I think 1:01 my time. But my sense of time is pretty poor. And I was just making sure that I had everything set up correctly. How's everybody doing tonight? I know that you guys still probably have energy left after that whole run. My God. That was a lot to unpack. I literally thought that it was just going to be a true genocide run where we just do like a couple little Easter eggs, and then afterwards it'll be like a nice happy-go-lucky ending, maybe like a rerun of the final boss like usual, but expectation subversion at its finest. My God. But all that stuff was crazy. I could not comprehend most of what was going on. But yeah, what's going on, guys? The drawing on your post looks like Toriel. Which one? Are we referring to specifically this character? Can you listen to War Without Reason? I can listen to songs, but I'll probably have to do that off stream though, because as soon as I play something that has copyright infringement attached to it, YouTube doesn't like to play nice with the channel. So there's a couple of things that we could do, but I'm down to just chat. I mean, I probably could pull up some of my own music in the background if worse comes to worse. But yeah, I'm definitely down to do some stuff. Music for games isn't copyright, right? You'd be surprised actually, because there are specific tracks depending on the composer of those tracks that are copyrighted. YouTube has a specific mechanism built into its algorithm where it detects copyrighted music. So if it detects that anywhere in the streams, it flags the content. Now, the channel isn't monetized as of yet, so it doesn't really affect our channel that much, but it does sometimes mess with the video sometimes. Like it'll automatically mute it or something to that effect. It's 1 p.m. I might go to sleep. Hey, whatever floats your boat. I'm here to chill for at least a little bit while longer. Can you listen to War Without Reason now? I mean, if it's composed by another individual, I probably can't listen to much music, unfortunately, unless it's something that was either created by Zay or myself, or something that is under public domain, because then it doesn't matter if it's copyrighted or not. If it's in public domain, then it's fine. We could probably listen to Mozart or Beethoven or anything that's pretty much from, I want to say, the 1940s onward. What's public domain right now? I think Pooh Bear just went public. It's from Ultra Kill? Is it now? You know, the funny part is that I was really hoping that I could play Ultra Kill with you guys. I just don't have the capability to do that because Zay has Ultra Kill on his account. But there are a couple of things that I could react to, though. Let me see if I can pull something up. Let's see. So, I know that we've been talking about reacting to the all signs tool assisted. But did you want both me and Zay to do that, or did you want just any of us, or does it matter? Or Without Reason is really good. Oh yeah, I bet. I'm looking it up right now, and I'm seeing that my favorite YouTuber started streaming again. Wow, I'm gonna have to check him out sometime. Listen to it. Oh yeah, absolutely. Let's see what we got. Or Without Reason on Ultra Kill. Let's see. Wonder if you guys can hear my in-game audio. Guys make streaming really fun. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. We're still technically kind of new to this, so there's a lot of things that we don't understand about streaming protocol and things that we don't understand about streaming as well. We're still trying to. I know that Zay's in particular still trying to get his feet wet when it comes to interacting with chat, because he's like me, just shy beyond all reason. So once we get beyond that fact and we're able to like closely interact with you guys, especially as chat has been so interactive lately, then that's going to be especially awesome for us. We'll do a little wave. That'll work. My drawings are crude, but I'm quite happy with them. Okay, let's see what we got. Oh. Let me know if you guys can hear anything in the background. Awesome. Is this what I'm looking for?
Don't think Ultra Kill would make anything weird.
There we go. Much better. Let's switch. This does go hard. I only caught a little bit of Zay's playthrough on Ultra Kill, so And I love video game music to a point. When's Genocide? Genocide is going to be tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern, and we're going to continue it as a straight run all the way up until the credits. Is it now? Is there lore in Ultra Kill as well? Bro Spaghetti, you're pretty good at drawing? What do you guys like to draw? Because technically, I've been drawing since I was 5 years old. That character that you actually see that's technically the mascot of the channel, I guess, is a character that I designed back in 1996. And I have not learned how to draw him well. I know exactly what he looks like in my head, and I can't put it on paper, but I can try. You're a cartographer, really? I'm meat petting people who say just blatantly, I'm a cartographer. That's an interesting skill. Like to draw scary stuff? Digital art tablet? Same, actually. I thought about saving up for a Wacom tablet, but the disassociation between looking at the tablet and then looking at the screen kind of throws me off a little bit. If I'm going to be drawing something, I have to actually see what I'm drawing, which is why all the doodles that you guys see on the community posts are all hand-drawn in my sketchbook. Not an actual one, but I draw maps. Oh, you do? You draw maps? Oh, that's actually crazy. Do you hand draw them, or do you use online tools in order to create your maps? Because I used to design maps for when I used to run my D&D campaigns, but actually drawing and designing them is a completely different story. Was an experience. Wow. I only caught small glimpses of what Zay was playing, and it seemed pretty difficult. To be honest, it reminded me a little bit of Metroid Prime. Other concepts in specific? Really? Have you ever drawn fantasy continents? You tried drawing the Elden Ring map? Really? The only thing that I've been able to use are online tools in order to try to get somewhat of a consistency going with my D&D campaigns. But actually designing an entire continent is extremely challenging, at least to me. So for those of you guys who have attempted it, good on you. For Ultra Kill, it's technically not a game that a game that's on my radar, so I wouldn't mind too much of spoilers, but I would eventually like to play it. I think it's more so that you're just amazing rather than it being difficult. Because in order to draw a map, you need to have extreme attention to detail for not only the geological locations, but also for any villages or cities. Because it's not like especially if you're trying to have attention to detail for a campaign, you need to pay special attention to where your locale is. if they're next to resources, if it makes sense for them to be next to resources. Because you're not just going to put a city on top of a volcano. It'd be pretty cool, but then where would they get their water? Gotta go? Hey, it's no problem. Thanks for stopping by anyway. We're just trying out Just Chillin' anyway. Working out the kinks as we go. Which is the last level of Ultra Kill. I mean, like, I don't particularly mind for spoilers when it comes to this particular game, so I could probably see what I'm up against. But yeah, have a good night, Spaghetti. Thanks for dropping by. All of you guys, thanks for dropping by. I appreciate it. For a 7th grade project? Really? Well, since I'm on YouTube already, what specifically am I looking for? Since you can't post a link on the chat, I'll just search for it. And then I'll handle each thing one at a time. Probably until like maybe when it's close to 1:30 or maybe 1:45. Let me give that a try. In the interim, not what I wanted. There we go. Make a doopy looking one. While I search for it. Let's see. Zay, you're still lingering in chat, right? Do you mind if I go into if I look up Ultra Kill stuff? Let's see. Super Mario 64. Oh, really? Okay. Let's see what we got.
It's me, Mario!
Ah, are you trying to read all the signs? Okay, okay, okay. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna pull up this one, and then let me know if it's the correct one.
It's me, Mario!
Is that the right one? Awesome sauce. Let's lower it a little bit. So, if I'm understanding this correctly, the goal is to read all of the signs. Crazy glitches, really. Okay, so then they use a TAS in order to get the best run possible. I didn't know you could use the camera like that. This technique I'm aware of. Okay. Alright. Wow, you went straight to that sign. What? To be honest, I forgot where some of the signs... Really? Making that look easy. I struggled with that section as a kid. I can't even begin to tell you how many times I got stuck in this specific part and then making it look easy. Jamie love Mario 64. That's crazy. Yeah, I love Mario 64 as well. Zay and I are really, really big fans of Mario 64. I think I might have mentioned in chat before that there was one time where Zay and I were playing Mario 64, specifically doing the Green Mushroom Challenge. No, I believe it's the Green Demon Challenge. It was the funniest thing. And he just repositions himself with each sign, just carrying the momentum, and even breaking the falls with just reading the sign. Punch cancels. Reverse long jumps. Going through all of the rooms individually? That's crazy. What are we watching? We're watching technically speedrun. Reading all the signs in Super Paper Mario. It was on request. It's on my list. This is crazy. It's like... Oh my goodness. Oh my god. That's crazy. Wow. I know, right? He literally drifted into it. And just carrying the momentum. Ain't no way. Oh my, really? You can phase into there? Zay, you can do all these, right? All these little tricks? You played Mario 64 enough. That's crazy. I'm gonna have to minimize the screen so we can see this is gameplay, and this is totally not me. That star grab? Ah, okay. Yeah, Paper Mario is my favorite Mario game. I must have played that game like maybe 3-4 times at least. Oh, what are you up to, Accesses? It's a key skip? Really? What's with these This is crazy. We're probably not going to watch the entire 17 minutes of it, but... That's crazy. Mario and Luigi. Oh, you're talking about like Superstar Saga. Superstar Saga, Bowser's Inside Story. Those are actually really incredible games. I wanted my friend Nat to play those so badly because she's a big fan of the Super Mario, the Paper Mario series, and I'm a big fan of action RPGs, especially with interactive turn-based battles. It's my favorite kind of gameplay. That's crazy. Now, I want to see how he gets to this level in particular, because there's no shortcuts that I can think of. And then afterwards, I'll switch gears. Whoa! He just blasted himself. That's crazy. What is happening right now? Wow. Change the camera so that it wouldn't... That's crazy. Second key already. You love Bowser's Inside Story? Yeah, Bowser's Inside Story is actually my favorite of the series. Fawful is one of my favorite Mario villains of all time. I'm gonna switch back to the doodle. And then I'll take the bait. I'll take the bait. We'll take a look at Ultra Kill. Am I looking at the last level? I'll go basic fast and the speed of sound. If you've ever seen the Something About series, especially where he made Mario's speedrunning tactics lore accurate. It's crazy what Mario can do. It's the last level? Okay. Might have a little bit difficulty in looking at the last level rather than the last boss. Let's try this. And then we'll go into... We'll do it in theater mode. Theater mode should be fine. That way we can still give credit. Okay. That should be fine. Don't worry. I got you guys. So I did the best I can in order to find the last level, because I'm not technically aware of how Ultra Kill works. But let's see what we got. Zay, this is what you have to look forward to. Don't look. Say we talk about the time of genocide in the comments. Yeah. So I understand that some of the that some of you guys are actually in other parts of the world, which is crazy to me, but it's inevitable. So we currently have the genocide time scheduled for 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That currently works for us because our schedules are so tight right now. It's not even funny, especially when it comes to this weekend because we got Memorial Day weekend. Seven 4. Skip to that one. Not exactly sure which where to scroll to. I'll keep going until you guys say stop. Oh my god. Yeah, this is crazy gameplay and a lot of gore. Why not 10 p.m. like usual? Mainly because it's run like a marathon. As a 100 sub special, we wanted to try to do something a little bit special for you guys. Genocide run, and I know is something that's highly requested for you guys, so we wanted to attribute to that. But we wanted to add a little twist to it and run it in marathon mode. The problem with that is that if we do that, it's probably going to be a 6 to 8 hour. This is crazy. Sorry. ADD moment. It's probably going to be a 6 to 8 hour run. So if we continue through to it in our 10 o'clock p.m. lineup like usual, it's probably going to run into close to 5 o'clock in the morning if we do that. And not only do Zay and I have special events going on that Sunday, but also I don't think that there are going to be a lot of viewers that are going to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and chill out. At least to the Eastern viewers. So we're trying to come up with a solution in order to make sure that everybody has the most opportunity possible in order to catch the stream and chill out with us. I just didn't realize that we were reaching out to so many people across the globe. And that's the unfortunate thing about these streams is that we're in completely different time zones. So I don't think we're going to be able to cater to everybody, although I absolutely want to. This is crazy. Yeah, like so we're running it in complete marathon mode because we literally just finished the True Pacifist run, and I won't lie, I did get a little emotional at the end. I guess I'm just a sensitive individual, but a genocide run is going to be particularly rough on us. Zay has volunteered in order to take my place because True Pacifist was really rough on me. So we'll contemplate on that because I do still want to make sure to take y'all votes seriously. So if worst comes to worst, I can definitely do it. It's just probably going to be a little rougher on me. I'm no wimp, though. Skip ahead. I'll skip ahead to this section. How's that? I didn't know that. Wow. Okay. Gone. That's crazy. That dude's huge. Oh, and you got a wow. Okay, okay. Ah, that's what you wanted me to see. Now I understand the association. You're almost done with True Pacifist? Dude, True Pacifist is an absolute wild ride. Toby and their entire team did an amazing job with capturing the emotions with everybody and also implementing the game design to make it so that way it's an experience rather than just a game. So if this is your first time playing True Pacifist, you're going to have an absolute wild time. Every time at the ending, yeah. If we're still referring to True Pacifist, yeah, it was an emotional roller coaster. I will not lie. There's very, very few times where games have done that to me. I particularly look for oh shit moments when it comes to games. Goodness gracious. And you're still on top of it. That's crazy. That's crazy. Zay, don't look. This is what you have to look forward to. Zay's gonna defeat this level in spades, and I cannot wait. Gonna blast through everything. This level's really cool, actually. Yeah, I agree. I love the implication that you're actually on top of him. I'd love to get context by actually playing the game, but this is wild. Anything useful? Is there anything useful in the Gaster room? The Gaster room in particular, being what in particular? (2S) gameplay? I'm not familiar with that, actually. Shadow of the Colossus? Yes, absolutely. That was actually one of my favorite games growing up. Back in the PS2 era of gaming. I never had a chance to play the remake, though. I would like to do that. Shadow of the Colossus. I believe it's in my library, actually. My console library is huge beyond belief. They have like a quarter of the lore of Unto. Yeah, I absolutely. There is so much more to it. I absolutely bet. One of the things that it's kind of funny that I'm actually glad that we're doing these Just Chillin' right now. Because all of that lore is still bouncing around in my head, and I have an utmost need to learn more. So what's specifically about 2S, Shavi? Really? Oh, okay. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, going in with not much context, it's mind-boggling right now. But I'm sure oh, death. But I'm sure if I actually played the game myself, it would be a lot more intense. Especially understanding the story and getting a consensus of what's going on. 2S is a dating sim, and that's within Ultra Kill? When you realize that nothing matters, the universe is yours. Come watch TV. Almost every layer in this game has a secret level. Oh, we're talking secrets? Man, you guys are gonna make me want to play this game. Zay would probably play it again if I join him. Because I think he did a solo stream with you guys. I technically don't have it. Zay has it on his system. But Zay would probably replay the game. I know that he really likes that game. So he'd probably replay the game if I joined them. So that I can chat along with you guys. Really? I see. So I'm assuming the S stands for secret. This is crazy. The maneuverability in this game is insane. I don't remember seeing Zay maneuver like this. Zay, why didn't you maneuver like this? Ah, going to the heart. Or the brain, rather. Heh, if it bleeds, it dies. That's awesome. Destroying brains. This area reminds me of the final area in one of the Kirby games. Oh, now you gotta escape. You blew it up. Gotta go. That's all crazy. This is all awesome. I'm sure there are speedruns of this too. If you guys ever are into playing games like this, we'd love to take a look at your speedruns and your gameplays. Content created by you guys really entices me. Oh, look at that. That's cool. You get a shot of it exploding. No fall damage? Excellent. Absolute awesomeness. Moving back to the doodle, where it'll stare at you for a moment. Just a moment, though. I do need to get better at drawing these, though. Of doors? Now that one I'm actually genuinely curious about. Because as we were going through each of the doors, I know that Zay was having a particularly hard time, but I was actually genuinely enjoying that because I thought the gameplay for that was pretty interesting. So eventually, I would like to come back to that so that I can figure out what's going on and what's going on towards the end of that game. Because I think that game was designed pretty well, especially for a Roblox game. Embarrassed about your upload of speedruns and stuff? Ain't nothing to be embarrassed about. See, everything's a journey, and we all start somewhere. As long as you give it your best shot, and then come back to it later, and then attempt again, you mainly just want to be better than how you were before. I used to be that way when it came to my Sonic speedruns, particularly Sonic Generations. Sonic Generations was my all-time favorite game from the Sonic franchise. Watching that little hedgehog. Yes, that's my attempt at a hedgehog. Watching that hedgehog speed run through different levels. Especially Green Hill Zone. That was my absolute favorite. Door 200 is really cool. Oh yeah, I bet. I do kind of want to make sure that I beat it and I take a look at the door 200 and 100 myself. Maybe even with you guys. I'm sure that will be done in a future stream, probably down the line, because we still have a particularly decent lineup going on. Because right now we just did Undertale Pacifist, and then afterwards we're gonna do Undertale Genocide, and afterwards is gonna be Deltarune. Doctor. And then after that we got It Takes Two. So we got one down. It took you 2 months to beat. Yeah, I imagine. I think we only got to, I want to say door, I think I only survived like maybe door 25, if that. Maybe I'm being generous, because I remember that you guys survived much, much longer than Zay and I. Is it now? See, I thought that there was only 100 doors, but if there's 200, that's crazy. They nerfed it, really? Yeah, you got in before the patch. You're a veteran. Be proud of it. That's crazy. But yeah, if there's any content that you guys have in particular, like I like to see drawings and art for people who are really building something that they're really passionate about. One day I'll be able to draw this character in the way that I fully intend to draw him. I've kind of stopped myself from doing it because it's there's so much lore attached to this character that I just want to develop on. But I've always had a feeling that like if I'm not able to draw the character or design it myself, then it's not worth it. So I've only come to realize recently that it doesn't matter, because it doesn't matter if you draw a stick figure or if you draw like Toby Fox. As long as you have a story to tell, it doesn't matter. You have to get past while jumping across things. Really? I'm not gonna lie. I looked at that word and then I'm so tired right now that I saw poop. It was the first thing that came through my mind, is that you have to go through literal poop and drain it at the end. That's what's waiting for you at door 100. Door 200 is poop. That would be the big twist. After out of breath, and it's a journey, right? The moment after you accomplish something, oh my god, you bust out in sweat and tears. Good gracious, that's how it's almost how I felt about this game. I think the last time that I had that kind of experience was when I played Monster Hunter World. I had an absolute determination of trying to beat that game by myself as best as I could. Because I used to be a solo player. I liked playing games by myself because I didn't really have anybody online that I could play with. But then I started delving into the world online, and I made some friends online, and I was able to have more fun than I ever did playing by myself. You have to get lucky for machine. Yeah, I bet you there's some RNG involved. Yeah, that's crazy. Maybe as Zay's interacting with you guys in chat, I could try to see if I can do a couple of uni doodles. See if I can get better on better at drawing him digitally. Because right now, I guess I'm just used to drawing him physically on paper. But me from video games, dude. Personally, I don't mind, because video game music is my favorite thing. I used to listen to video game music on my iPod. Some of my favorite songs are actually from video game tracks. My favorite game, Tales of Symphonia, has some of the best tracks that I've listened to. I remember I used to play those jams on blast all the time while I was at school. You're making is good. What game is it from? Is it also from the Ultra Kill? Probably throw something in the background. Why don't I throw a little something in the background? Since we're just chatting. It's from a Roblox game. Really? You survive getting Really? Okay, so it's a Roblox horror game. Is it so it's similar to Doors? Interesting. I'll play a level or two or so this just while we're chatting. Because why not? Oh yeah, I absolutely love this game. This game has so much replay value, it's not even funny. I played this game a couple of times while warming up for streams. I miss this game so much. Fun fact, this game, I actually got introduced to this game because of Rooster Teeth. Rooster Teeth used to have a series on YouTube called Rage Quit. And one of the games that they played was a game called Nitronic Rush. And I absolutely loved it. Ooh, that's sensitive. Yeah, Rooster Teeth was great at its time. Between Rage Quit and Ruby was godlike. I actually got a chance to send Montiome a couple of personal messages back when he wasn't too big. They're very brief though. I wish I met the guy though. He was actually one of my biggest inspirations growing up. All that dude wanted was to create his own anime series, and he did it. I believe Ruby is also getting its own anime too. 2D and everything, if it hasn't come out already. We will never be finished? Yeah, unfortunately not. His passing was absolutely detrimental. He will be missed, and it's very, very unfortunate. He did leave tons of notes behind, which Rooster Teeth has been using in order to continue some of the Ruby series to a point, but it unfortunately won't be the same as his vision. It's still a really great series though, and I genuinely support it. My favorite cartoon? That's a good question. What are your guys' favorite cartoons? Because the one that I'll mention, probably you guys haven't even heard of. And I'll give you a hint. It's a Hanna-Barbera cartoon. Major props to anybody who can guess it. But that's the only hint I'll give you, is that it's a Hanna-Barbera cartoon. Alright, well, how about one more hint? It's a Hanna-Barbera cartoon that was canceled after 2 seasons. For being too violent. Hello. Nope. Forgot its T to reset. I would. How do I drift again? I'll figure it out. Yours is Pink Panther. Pink Panther was great. I loved Pink Panther's antics. And I especially loved the movie too, even though it had nothing to do with the cartoon. Do you guys give up? perfectly okay if you haven't heard of it. It might be before your time. It's called SWAT Cats. That was my absolute favorite cartoon growing up. Space is a jump, huh? Yeah, SWAT Cats. SWAT Cats was my absolute favorite show growing up. About two cats named T-Bone and Razor in a black fighter jet fighting crime, and they were all cats. It was very, very risque for the cartoon at its time, and especially dark for a Hanna-Barbera cartoon. Dead Rails. Oh, I think you actually told us about it before. I think Zay had mentioned it when you guys were talking about it. This is pretty neat. Basic gameplay for our chats. It was canceled after 2 seasons. It was one of the more violent cartoons. It was darker at the time, especially for a Hanna-Barbera cartoon. But it made for 2 seasons. I believe it left at a cliffhanger. And sometimes cartoons like that, especially good ones, they cancel for no reason. Another one of my favorites growing up was a Sonic cartoon that got canceled, I believe, also after 2 seasons. We never got a third, and it dropped after a cliffhanger. I was so desperate to see what happened. We got a little bit more information in the Archie comics, but absolutely nothing in regards to the show. Jeez, get good, Justin. Playing on keyboard is a little rough. There we go, that's how to break. What's a YouTube video you watch 5 times? At least 5 times? Pretty much anything attributed to, well, for me at least, anything attributed to Super Mario Bros. Z. An absolute staple and legend. Me personally, I also watch Friday Night Funkin' mods on YouTube. And I also like watching new and upcoming shows. Anything by Glitch TV is actually pretty prominent too. Nope. Nope. Try one more time. There we go. Let's see. A zero player game? Really? Yeah, we can make it. Can we make it? I'm gonna try to make it. With only 2 wheels? Nah, that's not gonna work. Let's keep going. Shink. Much better. There we go. Don't be saving on that else. Hey, I get attached. What can I say? Fighting zombies and stuff. Really? Oh. So you guys must play Roblox a lot, right? I know that I might have mentioned before, but I'm a little new to the Roblox universe. Is there anything particular that you like to play during Roblox? I think I'll do one more level and then I'll call it a stream because it is getting a little late. Ah, the perfect level to stop on. We're thinking we're portals. So the only fighting game that I'm aware of in Roblox is one that was JJK related. But are there others in particular that you would recommend? There's a lot. Yeah, I bet. It's great for you guys because there's tons of content to go through. This'll be fun. I already did. Nope. That's what happens when I pay too much attention to chat. I'll just start over. Combat mission for Zay. Yeah, Zay likes anything really actiony. Meanwhile, I'm pretty balanced when it comes to games that I like. So I'm willing to try something at least once. I think the only games that I don't really find myself fond over are dating sims. I think I tried Dan and Aaron's dating sim one time, the dad dating sim, just for SMG, and it was absolutely hilarious. I wasn't disappointed, but other than that, yeah. Puzzles? Oh, Zay loves puzzles. I think one of his favorite games actually is Pokemon Puzzle League. There was a couple of times where he would actually stop by my place and he'd show me gameplay of Pokemon Puzzle League. There was also funny story. There was a game that I was never, ever, ever able to beat. And that I had sitting on my shelf for the longest time since I was a kid. And it was a game that my mother actually bought for me on sale for the N64. And it was called Tetrisphere. It's essentially Tetris, but 3D. And it was the craziest game. But I could never understand it as a kid. And the puzzles were so intricate that I couldn't even play it as an adult. I introduced it to Zay. Absolutely no problem for him. He demolished the thing. So like there's a difference between puzzles in video games and like a puzzle game. So for instance, like a game like, let's say, Uncharted with puzzles and dungeons, that's different than playing an actual puzzle game such as Pokemon Puzzle League, or what is it, Puyo Puyo, the other game that Zay introduced me to. So I guess I'm not a particular fan of puzzle games. If there's a good one, then yeah, I'd be absolutely down. Professor Layton is one of my favorite. You mentioned Professor Layton. You know what? You know what? You're really, really having me contemplating about because Professor Layton is a next level. And I feel like I only say that because I'm a big fan of Phoenix Wright, and they did a collab which introduced me to Professor Layton. I'm not gonna make it. Oh, I did make it. Cool. And I think that was my first introduction to the Professor Layton series, was Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright. And after that, I was hooked. I haven't played a Professor Layton game in years, though. But the story in Layton, absolutely phenomenal. Same with Phoenix Wright. Phoenix Wright is one of my favorite series, too. And that's technically a visual novel. Whoop. I got lost in chat again. That's okay. Really? What level in Ultra Kill is that? Is it a secret level? Man, I am not doing so well. Tried to be extra going onto the floor. Yeah, we can save ourselves. There we go. X2? Really? Ah, okay, so that delves more into the lore. Okay. Ah, okay. Mimic fights are pretty good in video games too. That's also a common trope in video games, where you essentially fight a dark version of yourself. Solid Snake did it. Alien Hominid did it. It's not technically a bad trope, but it is a commonly used trope. And I don't mind it, especially if it's done correctly. I mean, we've already seen 2 instances of the boss rush trope in Final Bosses, one from Pizza Run and then the other from Undertale, and both worked beautifully. Inside Story was a great game too. I do want to play the rest of the Mario and Luigi series. I believe the last one that I played, I'm losing control again. The last one I played was Dream Team, and I unfortunately never got to finish that because I had misplaced my DS. Hey, what's going on, BB? We're just chilling right now, literally. Just taking requests from chat. Right now, we're just chatting it up. So I decided to put this in the background, just because it's something simple. You're almost at the end of Bowser's Inside Story. The end of Bowser's Inside Story is great, and that final battle is legendary. I really hope you enjoy it. You're gonna have an absolute blast. Absolutely. I can't.
Learn. Go beyond. The path ahead.
There we
gives
go.
purpose.
Is it bed? Really? Undertale is a bedtime story? Really? Okay. I'm gonna have to do some deep diving here. Also, if you see me messing up during the gameplay, it's probably because I'm glancing over a chat. But that's okay. I like talking with you guys. So long as you guys are having fun. I would like to do a deep dive of the lore sometime though, because the lore of Undertale is extensive. Probably gonna lose my boost right about... There we go. No entry. Rules are made to be broken. At least in video games. Yep. We lost boost. See you later, baby. Thanks for stopping by anyway. Probably after this level, I'll call it a stream. Because it is getting a little late. But I appreciate everybody who stuck around and chatted for a little while. And the last is good night. Really? Oh, you're absolutely right. That's actually crazy to think about. No wonder it's only a quarter of the way through, because lore is more than just what's explained to you in the game. It's also through interpretation. And that's the best kind of storytelling, is one where you don't necessarily have everything laid out in front of you. I believe we're going the wrong way. Nope. No, we're not. I'll just tell you in the new home. Really? And that's all in Deltarune? Oh, I can't wait. I absolutely cannot wait. I just turned. Let's go. All right, there we go. I think we're almost done with the level. Yeah, there we go. Cool. So as a real life mom, an example. Oh. And that is actually a police officer. Interesting, interesting. For some extra lore. Oh yeah, absolutely. Because we're, I mean, despite everything, I know that there's still things that we need to understand for Undertale lore through Genocide that we can only get through Genocide. Not fighting Sans, again, makes me absolutely nervous. But we'll get there, though. So that's something that that will definitely run, especially for tomorrow. Wow, we stayed up way past what we thought we were going to do. It's 2:20 already on my time. So, but this was fun, though. I really appreciate you guys giving me suggestions, and then I'll start taking some more suggestions ahead of time, so that way I can prep everything in advance, and we can hang out more. I really want to see what you guys want to see, and I'd really like to see some of your guys' content. Even if it's not the best speed run in your opinion, it still will be pretty cool to us. Doesn't even have to be a speed run. Anything that you guys are willing to share, your stories, it'll be a fun place to chill. Yeah, I'm gonna crash soon too, Xavi. I feel you guys, but hey, thanks so much for tuning in, especially to this small little stream. I know it wasn't much, but I know we still had a little bit of energy to burn after that crazy stream. So I appreciate everybody tuning in. You guys are awesome. So I hope you had a good time regardless. Everybody's saying their good nights. Yeah, we're gonna call it in a bit, but the next stream is gonna be in 12, 13, 14, 15, about 15 hours. Give us about a 15-hour intermission, and then we'll continue again for that genocide run. But anybody that I know that everybody's in different time zones, so even if you can make it just for a little bit, I know that you guys might not be able to make it to the whole thing, but whatever support you guys can give is absolutely appreciated. And let's try our best in order to grow the community and try to make it the best that we can do. We're constantly leveling up. So any suggestions that you guys have, any comments that you guys can throw, any interactions that you guys have, we're more than welcome. But yeah. See you guys later. Bye, Bug. Bye, Xavi. Bye, Lane. You guys are great. I think BB already left, so anybody else lingering? You guys take care. Ten cuidado.